Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen, how have you been? It's been a while, well, it's actually just been a weekend, but well, you get the point. Day number 4 of analysis for Warhammer Mark of Chaos Battlemarch. We are close to the end, of the third chapter of the first campaign of the Empire's campaign. So let's get to it, shall we? As I do a brief summary for those of you who may be joining us right now. All right, sorry that I'm late. I'm a bit late today. I had to do something important, so where is it? Real-time tactics, right here. Here it is. Sorry that I'm a bit late today, but we're ready to begin right now. Let me put this stream into performance mode, and let's get straight to it. For those of you who may be joining us right now, there we go. So far, we've analyzed the main aspects the game has to offer, the main features the game has to offer. First of all, the graphical presentation, the aesthetics, everything is on point. I highlighted the insane amount of details the terrain has, especially the terrain. You can see how, for example, snow and dirt, they perfectly blend with a lot of, let's say, gradually implemented textures. That is, it's not that, for example, you can see the dirt kind of like all brown, and with a line which is easy to spot, pretty clear, then you have the snow. No, here in the terrain, as you can see here, it gradually changes with some dots all over the place. There are some animations, but this is just the campaign map. I am referring to the terrain we also have in normal scenarios. So last time, let's do a bit recap regarding the story. It had a bit of a plot twist. The story last time. I'm not going to do spoilers, but we had a plot twist last time. So Stefan is here waiting today. Anyways, once we get to the end, the plot twist will be evident. Even if you haven't watched the previous VOD. But well, yeah, we cannot control Stefan right now. Okay, right. So they stopped here to kind of like preach to the Emperor, because they can't get through this marsh or whatever, this swamp. Here you can see that it's animated, the terrain. All of the god rays and everything, but well, the terrain during the battles, it's also pretty awesome. How about I show you instead of talking? So, we begin with Aurelion's part of this campaign. Knives in the night. After a day's hard march, the army of Aurelion has set camp for the night. As the moons rise over the horizon, the sentries report movement out in the dark shadows. Okay, so we are attacked. Right, this is my puny elven army from last time. Okay, pretty much. We just have... Hey, there's my commander. It appeared out of nowhere. Oh well, okay. As you can see here we can see the influence, as I've been commenting, the influence of World of Warcraft in games which were released in this bracket of years, let's say, in this period of time. Remember, this game was released in 2008, pretty close to 2004 in terms of gaming history, but also the year in which the Wrath of the Lich King expansion, which I have right there, right behind me, was launched. So here we can see the terrible influence, not only in the gameplay mechanics, for example, in the skill tree, but also the aesthetics, the very aesthetics of that skill tree. They resemble those of World of Warcraft. All right, I assume we're gonna be attacked. Okay, but yes, I can see influences from World of Warcraft in the skill trees, as I was showing you. Here you can see them. Then World of Warcraft, just so you know, general knowledge, I guess, general culture, then they ditched this concept. The same for Star Wars The Old Republic. Then they went for some talent system instead of the skill tree. The main premise of the skill tree is that you need to invest all of your points in certain talents in order to unlock the higher and more powerful talents. They ditched that. They simply went for something fixed, absolutely fixed, which is absolutely worse. Let's attach Aurelion to my archers, because that will increase her range. I mean, the range of the whole regiment. And we should be able to get rid of this guy exclusively with our archers. Alright, I assume they'll try to flank us, so we'll continue marching this way. No, they are still not trying to flank us. As for the rest... Okay, I can see them, thank you. Well, I don't know if the lady may be able to see them, but I, the commander, I can see them. What are those? Clan Pestilence. Well, as for the rest, as we finish this easy mission, or seemingly easy mission so far, I will never bow to the dark gods. Let me cover the rest of the aspects, just for those of you who may be joining us right now, or watching this as a YouTube vlog. The game has a great unit variety, great faction race variety or civilization variety. Uh, we've faced orcs, ratmen, chaos. We played as the Empire, as the elves. There's a lot of objective variety. You will never get bored in this game if you like the gameplay mechanics, because there's a lot of objective variety, from siege to defending fortresses to, I don't know, rescuing some stranded forces, um, to, I don't know, destroying a crystal. What else? Escort missions. I highly suggest you play the optional missions, because they'll provide a lot of objective variety for your experience if you play the game. Play the game on hard mode. In this case, for example, here you can see protecting the tents. This is, for example, an objective I've never seen. Protecting your camp while you are being ambushed. There are hero units. You have the dual mechanic, the dual gameplay mechanic. You have, as you can see here, a pretty complex RPG system for an RTS. For an RTS, for an RTT, is a real-time tactics game. Is pretty complex for an RTT. So yeah, the plot, well, it's a classic Warhammer plot, the forces of chaos destroying everything, but I must say it has some interesting characters. They all act according to their personality, and also, well, it has a pretty neat plot twist. It has 3 campaigns, so regarding the length of the game, yes, it may seem to be a bit, you know, short at the beginning because of how short the battles are. But if you take into account that the campaign, you have 3 campaigns, if you take into account that you have 3 campaigns with 3 chapters for each of them, you'll realize that the game has enough content. So, yeah. We're out of range.
The planet of ancient death lies underfoot.
Hawthorn shall never fall.
The greatest of all one, hear your calls.
What are those?
Chaos will not defeat me.
Plague Bearers, Hordes of
Your
Nurgle.
gods have abandoned you, so I bring death.
Feel the fury of Cain. The gods have guided me to your side.
Let's loot.
The citizens of Alderaan stand ready.
I will never bow to the dark gods.
The enemy are no match. We never miss our mark.
The gods have guided me to your side. The gods have guided me to your side.
The enemy are no match for warriors of Alderaan.
Okay, just so you know, our range is so good because I have the hero unit attached to one of the regiments. Here you can see that this one has more range than the other unit. That's why I'm placing this one kind of like farther from the enemy. As long as the hero unit is attached to the regiment, the range, as you can see, it's even better.
The enemy are no match for
The blood of Calador flows in my veins.
The winds of magic
Wait, what
guide
happened?
me. The greatest of both one, hear your call.
Follow the banner.
I have waited.
My blade is deaf to all who oppose me. For 7,000 years, my kin have waged this war. For the pride of
As you can see, I can also use abilities. I'm not using
flames
a
of
lot
the Phoenix
right
shall
now.
engulf you.
These fools will not
That
delay
one.
me for long. Our struggle is eternal.
Increase the attack speed of the hero and the attached unit regiments. Hero gains 1 armor. Blah blah.
An evil shadow approaches.
Refills morale. Phoenix Soul has done suffering up to 2 damage.
We await your commands. The enemy are no match
Feel
for
the
warriors
light
of
fires of Helen.
Here we have a potion. Hordes of Nurgle were spawned. Huge. Alright, but that one is a careful because that one is a ranged unit.
Never retreat before the darkness.
Careful with that ranged unit.
I'm eager to assist your endeavors.
No evil passes without bloodshed.
Stay out of.
I must be away.
I need you to stay out of range from that creature.
The citizens of Old One stand ready and are beset by the foe. Our resolve shall not break. An evil shadow approaches.
There we go. Stay out of range. These guys have a pretty nasty
It has been 4,000
AoE
years
range
since the likes of
attack,
I have trod these
so
lands.
we should be careful.
The gods have guided me to your side.
Alright, time to regroup.
I shall tread as fate guides me.
Ah, there we go.
Your deaths are inevitable.
There you can see it.
No evil passes without bloodshed.
See? That nasty AoE attack. And as for the rest, the gameplay mechanics are on
I'm eager to
point.
assist your endeavors.
The graphics are awesome. Here you can see how it perfectly blends. See, this is what I'm talking about. See how many different textures we have on the ground.
Victory is ours.
Right, I looted that. Here you can see also the sky. The game has a lot of different skies. If you look up there.
Stands victorious.
So yeah, it has pretty much everything. RPG, light RPG touches, excellent real-time tactics mechanics, incredible graphics and textures, especially the terrain, the gradually changing terrain, how the terrain gradually changes, how it has so many textures. It has that plot twist that I've been commenting. It has a lot of optional missions. For example, here I can choose. Though they hide their presence well, the Ratmen have left tracks that Elven eyes can see, leading to the northeast. However, the evil spell in the mountains and the army of Stefan is to the south. Unit variety, objective variety, as I've said, an interesting experience system. So yeah, by the way, this was made by the creators of Armies of Exigo, Black Hole Entertainment. It's a studio from Hungary. It has also, as you can see here, as I've said, faction variety, unit variety, skill tree variety, because every single hero unit has a different skill tree. It's true there's a bit of recycling in those skill trees, but it's absolutely minimal. It's absolutely minimal, maybe 1 or 2 passive abilities. This Disciple of the Horn Rat duel, well, here you will see a duel. As the elven host marches toward the Skaven lair, a lone figure awaits them, wielding an evilly glittering blade. The Radman warlord's challenge is obvious. Only if there were no other hope for victory would such a selfish creature seek single combat. Alright, here as you can see I can only use a hero unit. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the descriptions for each one of the encampments, you'll see it right now, has been different throughout the game. So that's also important. The lore is different for every single unit in the game, so it's rich in lore as well. Oh, I didn't say.
Within all mortals beats the heart of chaos.
Alright, let's see. We have an inventory here. We have a lot of Banner of Valerian, whatever.
The lot of ancient dead lies underfoot.
And now you'll see a duel. Here, we click right here. Hey, that's level 35. Hey, we may be in trouble. Let's change to offensive tactics. Let's begin with our first attack. This spell redirects 25% of the opponent's successful attacks against him for 10 seconds. Interrupts casting and silences the opponent. Halves the HP. Alright. So silence this guy. I should have saved. But it auto saves. As you can see here, in a duel you use these talents instead of these and these. You exclusively use these, they change. You cannot use these ones or these ones. And as you can see, I've invested most of my talents in command instead of duel, so, well, let's do this just in case. And I've invested nothing in the duel category. So let's just try to use that and hope we can somehow win. Damn. My bad. Yeah, if your hero unit dies, you have to restart. Just in case you're wondering.
You have failed, and darkness shall consume the world.
Let me restart that. Yeah, I didn't think I would be facing a level 35 hero unit. I would have invested more. I would have invested more talents. We can also do this. We can also use our normal abilities. We can also use these abilities. Alright, we are engaged in the duel already. We'll silence this guy instead. Engines of Old One. Alright, so all of my talents are right here. Magical attack with a 100% chance of causing up to 2 damage to the opponent. Okay. Alright, so I have one. Also, I have no consumables, as you can see. This is my mana right here. The mana, or in this case the power bar, is shared across all of the hero units. Let's see if I have something. No, I have no items. Let's see what we can do.
The world cannot be held in chaos.
Plus increases damage. There's a chance of it. Plus duration increases the rate of skill. So suffers double damage. Uh, no, let's remain with a neutral ability.
The greatest of all one,
Let's
hear
use a
your
neutral
call.
stance instead. There we go. Without investing any talents, as you're gonna see here in the duel category, otherwise it would have been much easier.
Fills my soul.
Well, there you could see the duel mechanic. You can do that in the middle of a battle, and it can absolutely turn the tide of that battle. But well, in this case, it was a duel mission. So great, great, great. You will never get bored of this game. I highly suggest you get it because it has a lot of objective variety. The Veil of Dawn. Here we have an encampment. As you can see, each encampment has a different name with a different description. When the sun rises over the world's edge mountain, its glorious rays fall upon the elven encampment, bathing in it in golden light. When it was first settled, the elves brought all of their skill at taming the wilderness to create a beautiful garden amongst the dark forests and empty plains of the Empire. It is a place of quiet contemplation where the elves go about their business with hushed whispers, and a feeling of tranquility fills all those who spend any time in the Vale of Dawn. And here, the Spire of Memories, I know this will sound crazy, but each encampment and each barracks, they have different description. Yes, and each armory, Silverblade, they all have different descriptions here. Here's the lore for the units. I don't know, pretty much I've covered pretty much everything. Gameplay mechanics, graphical quality. Then we'll get to the final analysis, of course. But just so you have a brief summary of what we've been doing here. All right, let's get to the barracks, shall we? Level 3, an experience system, a light RPG system. Here, White Lions, what are these guys? The bodyguards of the Phoenix King himself. Each of these mighty and noble warriors must demonstrate their skill. Yeah. Yeah, there, because it's plural. Skill and bravery by tracking down a fierce white lion. They must kill it in hand-to-hand combat and take its pelt. Those that succeed wear the pelt as a cloak, a sign of their courage in battle. The white lions use their traditional woodsman axe, a finely crafted weapon which is said to be sharp enough to fell a tree or cut a man in half with one blow. They seem capable, don't you think? They seem pretty capable. Light mage, no, we don't need more hero units. Silver helms, I lost my cavalry units. My elven cavalry units, so yes, please, yes, 2 available. I know, but I don't have enough gold. Sword masters of Hoeth. There are many ways to travel the path of wisdom. Some fast and meditate for years, others study obscure and arcane tomes, but for a few their true path lies in martial prowess. These are the swords masters. Though they are not only experts with a blade, they also learn to fight with their bare hands or with any other weapon they can reach, especially their finely balanced ceremonial blazers. They seem capable. Have you noticed that the elves just have spearmen are kind of like the line infantry unit? Give me a sec because I need to do something. I need to go to the bathroom for a sec. I'll be back soon. Don't worry, I'll be back in a moment. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. And I'm not new too. Alright. Alright. So we pretty much yeah, we need to go to the armory. As you can see, this is also part of the RPG experience the game has to offer. And here we have the offensive rating, let's call it, the chance to hit, which is more important than what I initially thought, much more important than what I initially thought, because it will 660 gold. Yeah, we don't have enough. Because in this game you kind of like it's just like in Dungeons and Dragons. You either hit or miss. And if you miss your blows, well, your units won't be effective. Also morale and stamina need to be taken into account. Both morale and stamina, they are important, but chance to hit is much more important than what I initially thought. But for now, just in case you want an explanation of what I just did there, I put the armor of those regiments because they had no experience.
No, lady, it is impenetrable. Yet we might have found a way to receive it.
Tell me, what have you found?
There is a strange building ahead, steeped with dark energy. There are many followers of the dark gods guarding it. Perhaps it is some kind of shrine.
If we can take that dark place, it might be that I can dispel the cloud that hangs over these lands.
As the army nears the seething plague cloud, the lands are swathed with death. Buzzing flies, rotting vegetation, and animal carcasses trace a path to the south. Soon the elven scouts return to the host. Alright, so we'll be the ones to kind of like dissipate, to clear this cloud which prevents us from getting to the final battle with Stefan. Right here, Shrine of Chaos. So this one is responsible for all of the clouds. Over there. The plague cloud shielding the mountains seems to be drawing its energy from a shrine to the dark gods. If the shrine powering the spell can be destroyed, perhaps the cloud will lift. Alright, let's do it. Let's get some experience for these units. Level 2, level 3 spearmen. Right, but there's a problem here. I can only bring... No, I'm not proceeding without archers. And I cannot attach my hero units to cavalry, so it would be extremely risky because that cavalry regiment has no experience. So the idea here is to usually, when you recruit new units which have no experience, to attach the hero unit to compensate for that lack of experience, because if they kill all of your troops, you'll simply lose your money and you won't be able to level up that unit. When Chaos first came into the world, it was a group of elven mages who sacrificed themselves to contain its powers, almost sinking the island of Ulthuan whilst doing so. Well, a lot of Warhammer lore, as you can see right there. Alright, let's see if these new troops are as good as their description. Hey, they are the same. They have the same kind of like sword as the commander, so they look pretty similar to the commander. So we'll attach the commander to them, and Aurelion to the White Lions. We may lose a bit of range with our archers. Here, look at how detailed the terrain is. The sky, as you can see, is totally different. And here you can see how many different textures blend perfectly in this terrain. This is incredibly and beautifully crafted by Black Hole Entertainment, the creators of Armies of Exigo as well. See, you can see snow, you can see the grass, a bit of grass. Here you can see kind of like some scorched land with a bit of smoke. It's incredible, the details for the terrain. It's absolutely incredible how many textures. Here you can see the Chaos banner. Okay. Let's see what we can do about this guy. He's just level 10. Well, I don't think that's enough to stop us. As soon as my archers are in range, this should be good.
The enemy have presented the mysteries of your quest are unveiled.
What? Shrine of Chaos, primary. Flame of the Gods, secondary. Destroy the Chaos Shrine. Capture the neutral obelisk of purity to reinforce your High Elf army. Aurelion must survive, of course. Destroy all of the Chaos altars. This thing here? No, I don't think so.
My blade is death to all.
The enemy are no match for
All right.
The blood of Caledon flows in my veins.
Let's see.
Get back! The winds of magic are blowing fiercely! The sorcerer's spell will destroy you all!
What does that mean?
I need no other.
Detach Aurelion.
Oh, boss! He has become chaos spawn! Assyrian! Protect us from these mutating curses!
The blood of ancient dead lies
Well. Hero gains 2 armor. Archers on the demon right there.
I shall try to isolate Katsumi.
Attach.
We
They were
never
just
miss our
laughing.
Let every arrow strike home.
The gods have guided me to your side.
Given a chance to hit. Magic immunity. And this spell which will slow down the enemy. Cloud of Pain as well. Aurelion. Time for a duel. There. Time for a duel. There. Guys, kill the demon.
Our bows are ready.
Attack the demon, please.
Never again shall chaos stop the greatest of all.
Grab some experience.
My blade is deaf to all who oppose me.
I shall guide you on your path.
Right, they are technically spearmen, I assume. Those white lions.
I'm happy to oblige,
So,
Commander.
yeah.
We await your counsel.
They are effective against those
Our aim is true.
demons. So, yeah. Normal arrow. Fire arrows. Shooting speed is lowered, but every hit causes large morale loss.
Orders understood, Commander.
I don't want to cause morale loss. I want to kill them all. Ah, look at that. They can't... Not even infantry gets through those spikes. Interesting.
Let every arrow strike home.
Remember, in some of the missions, I remember perfectly that
We never miss our mark.
you have to destroy certain buildings because otherwise the enemy units keep
Let every
spawning
arrow strike home.
endlessly. So yeah, this might be one of those. So that optional mission that you mentioned, what is it? Destroying those thingies up there? What's that? Flame of the Gods, secondary. Destroy all of the Chaos Altars. One destroyed. Ah, those ones.
Changing position, Commander.
Those should be easy to spot.
An evil shadow approaches.
Those should be easy to spot. Hey, I can see far away.
Move on at once.
Oh yeah, pretty much. So far you've been able to see what the game has to offer. A lot of objective variety, unit variety, civilization variety, I guess. Yeah, look at those. Look at those faces. Pretty well done. Yeah, the environment, it's kind of like perfectly crafted, if you ask me, because
Seize that area.
it has a lot of details, like those demon faces.
We
Everything.
must move with haste.
Look at so many. There are so many textures on the ground. Here you can see dirt, grass, snow, road.
For the glory of Ulthuan. An evil
Oh, what?
Needed elsewhere.
They emerge from the ground. That's new.
victory.
I wield the power of the White Tower.
Everyone get rid of that. One Aurelion. Resistance against
We
magic.
await your counsel.
Come on, grab your experience. I know they are already dead.
The end goes swiftly and surely.
What? What
No
was that?
shadow will prevail while I still live dead.
The greatest of all one, hear your call.
Time for a duel. Stay back. Stay back.
Within all more.
Thank you.
Fate
Aurelion, attach.
Never again shall chaos topple for the greatest of all one.
Unleash the sunset of my foe. Make every shot count.
What are those? Warriors of Corn. Okay.
The purest magic is mine to command. I will acquiesce to your request.
Okay. What else do we need to destroy?
To destroy cities.
Changing position.
No, let the warriors attack them because I need to capture these to get reinforcements. Let them do it so they get some experience.
The gods have guided me to your side.
I cannot see the experience for the regiments.
Let arrows find their mark.
Alright, take position over there, just march slowly while we destroy that. I can see the experience.
Chaos must be resisted at every turn.
Ah, but I can see here. They leveled up, these ones. Level 2,
I aim to assist your
but these ones are still level 1.
None of Elfkind can match our strength.
Right? Get over there.
These stones were hewn by elven hands. This was once one of our temples.
Oh,
I can still
look at
feel its enchantments of sanctuary.
we need to capture this. I assume skirmishes.
Like the hawk, you have seen the animals of the Phoenix King will
Yes, noble commander.
your quest.
White Lions, forward!
What manner of elves are you? What's your purpose here?
We are the Lost Guardians. For many centuries we dwelt close to these sacred stones, awaiting the return of our distant kin.
Will you aid us?
We will not harm our kin, but will kill any that trespass on these enchanted grounds.
Okay, so you are neutral.
Never again shall chaos
I cannot
topple
control
the
them.
greatest
They are
of all
neutral.
one.
They just protect their shiny stones.
I aim
Doesn't
to
matter, we
assist
have
your
enough
endeavors.
troops
An
to
evil shadow
face
approaches.
The road winds much,
pretty much
but
anything
leads ever onwards.
they throw at us. I just wish
Never
these
again shall
white
chaos
lions
topple
would
the
level up,
greatest of all
at
one.
least.
The gods are watching us. The soul of the man who does not die fighting to protect the shrine will be tormented for eternity.
As you request, Commander.
Hmm.
I see no clearer path.
Alright, let's run. We are in range.
An
Oh.
evil shadow approaches.
Some
The
special
enemy
ability,
represents our
but it
aim
won't
is
help
true.
you. Kill that guy. Kill the hero unit before it even approaches us.
Of the pain, the agony.
The world cannot be allowed to fall to chaos. I have mastered
White lions,
all the
charge.
winds of magic.
No shadow will prevail while I still live.
It's time to duel. The rest of you, get rid of that demon.
Shines within me. Our orders, Prince. Crush them! None of Elfkind can match our strength. The blood of Caledon.
Melee units, take care of them.
The Altar One shall never fall.
Our aim is true.
Prepare
Come on.
your soul for death.
Dread foe has been slain.
I will acquiesce to your request, Commander.
The enemy are no
The
longer.
road winds much, but leads ever onwards.
I just need to ensure the white lions don't die.
The darkness shall not prevail.
What, so many? Why so many demons? Lower them, come on. What? Another one?
Feel the white fires of hope.
Your warriors are beset by the foe.
I am happy to
Aurelian, grab
oblige,
that.
Commander.
Make every shot count. The enemy are no match for the warriors of Ultron.
Never again shall chaos topple the greatest of Ultron. The blood of ancient dead lies underfoot.
Right, but Aurelian,
The light of Ultron shines within me.
Aurelian is a bit
Precision
weak.
is everything.
There will be no,
Ultron
well,
shall never fall.
The flames of the Phoenix shall engulf you.
they killed me pretty fast. Anyway, she was way
Gods
too
have guided me to your side.
weak after all of those heals. Let's see, White Lion. Oh, you're still. They level up extremely slow.
Many foes will be slain.
The other ones are already
The
level
lore masters have
for
sent us to your command.
what were they called? The Sword Masters of Poet.
The lore masters have sent us to you, Commander.
The greatest of Ultron,
Oh,
hear
well,
your call.
okay. Alright, that should allow us to get to the final battle. Chapter 3, The Enemy Within. After this, we are not going to continue with the next campaign today.
Look, the cloud is dispersing. Sigma has answered our prayers.
Praise Sigma! We must press on in case it returns. Form up the army for the march!
In the foothills of the World's Edge Mountains, the army of Stefan von Kessel stands frustrated, held at bay by the mystical barrier. Yes, if you remember that from the previous stream, yeah. I think I had a big army here. Alright, we go back to play with Stefan. As you can see, I have my best, my most powerful army right here. Brother Gunther, this guy's a beast. I had everything. Yeah, I have everything. I left everything ready to advance. Alright, we are lacking some war banners, but nothing to. Okay, we have a pretty powerful army, so. Anyways, the game auto-saves a lot. I don't know why I'm manually saving. See, there you can, as I've said, that way you can tell when someone is an old school player. He will manually save. As Stefan and his army march on the fortress of... Well, there's the plot twist. Count von Grabber was actually an emissary of chaos. The fortress of Otto von Grabber, the power of chaos, lies heavily across the region. Strange voices dance on the winds. The skies burn and seethe with power, and the ground itself is barren and withered. Alright, we get straight to the final battle, the Fortress of Decay. Just so you know, Stefan, a summary. Stefan, as you can see, the protagonist, his father and his grandfather, they were both supposedly tainted by chaos and executed and everything, and Stefan has kind of like the mark of chaos, hence the name of the game, Mark of Chaos, on his face, on his face, like Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, something similar to that. Well, that was a pretty interesting reference that I just came up with, but Yes, pretty much that's why it's important. Count Von Grabber is the one responsible for uh, accusing Stefan's father and grandfather of falsely accusing them of um, being tainted by chaos. That's the thing. That's the thing. So and then Brother Gunther is the one responsible for revealing the truth to Stefan. All right, let's go. Let's get to the final level. We'll do the final level, the final battle for the first campaign. Fortress of Decay. Otto von Grabber has retreated to a twisted stronghold in the mountains to marshal his forces and plan some unknown attack on the Empire. He must be brought to account at all costs. We'll see. Oh, I can use a huge army. Well, relatively huge. Let's bring all of our hero units. This guy... No, I left everything kind of like prepared. Alright, we have our dwarf hammerers here. We have all of our elite units. But these ones are level 1. They need to get some experience. I had some great swords. Where were we here? Where were they? Sorry. Great swords also level 1. I recruited all of those troops. These ones should be level 3, right? Yes, my halberdiers. My swordsmen. Well, this is pretty much level 3 in my eyes. So let's bring... I know, but we have great swords. No, we should bring some anti-cavalry units, some kind of anti-cavalry unit, but not a lot of them. And we'll bring... Of course, we'll bring our newly acquired mortar, as well as... Well, it's the final level, so I can use my best great cannon. Damn, I wanted to continue getting experience for my units. See, when a game makes you feel that you didn't get enough of it, that's a great sign that I wanted the campaign to be longer. The threat of chaos comes not only from the mortal followers of the dark gods. Oh, look at that. The followers of the big streamers, but from the demonic creatures that constantly hunger to break through from the realm of chaos. Indeed. Press any key.